Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles. Well, it's Sunday the 26th of November, and the date will become, why the date's important will become apparent in a moment. But I've just had a Sunday morning delivery of this, which is the Liverpool-Manchester Railways Lion from Hornby. Now, when these were released, if you recall, there was a bit of a legal wrangling between Rapido and Hornby over who owns the Tipfield Thunderbolt name, and it resulted in Hornby withdrawing their sets that they'd put on pre-sale for the Tipfield Thunderbolt, with Rapido owning the IP. Personal opinion, I think Hornby were a little bit arrogant to try and use the IP, but yeah, these things, I'm not going to get into the legalities of it. Anyway, I followed the development of both engines, so the Lion on Rapido and on Hornby, and decided that I would quite like one of those. And when it got to the release time, I think this was released at £240, and the Rapido set just slightly higher. And I looked at them again and again, and I thought, I just can't justify it. I just couldn't justify it. Much as I'd like one, I've got funds being spent elsewhere, and it's not a bottomless pit of money, so I decided not to get one. Now, coming back to the date, and this is why it's significant, Hornby have joined in with the Black Friday sales, and on there you've got the Coca-Cola train set, you've got various other locos on there. There's not too many things. They've got the iTraveller set, which comes with the HM6000 controller, all heavily reduced. They've also got this on there that's heavily reduced. So this is down from £240 down to £129. Now, £129, this is pretty good value, really good value. Now, I'm sure most people have seen this, but I'm trying to rush a video out this morning on the 26th, because this offer finishes tomorrow on the 27th, if they've still got any in stock. I did check before I started filming this video, they are still on there. So hopefully I will get this out probably about lunchtime on the Sunday, and maybe if somebody hasn't seen that they've got these reduced and wanted one, this video may be of use. So all I'm going to say is £129, plus also if you signed up to the rewards points, you'll get your rewards points for the next purchase, I believe, so that brings the price down even more. And for that money, I mean, this is such a lovely set, such a lovely loco, I couldn't resist it. So all I'm going to do with this, I'm going to really do this quickly, take it over to the bench, show you what's inside the box very, very quickly, just run it along the test track, see how it runs, and conclude this video so that I can get it up online today on the 26th, in case somebody wants to buy one, and as I say, it does end tomorrow on the 27th. So let's get this over to the bench. Okay, so first thing to say is obviously the packaging on these, like the rocket that came before, beautifully done, beautifully presented. On the back here, just basically telling you a little bit about the model, nothing too detailed on there, but sort of this sort of book approach to presenting these models. Lovely picture on the front here of Lion, and obviously L&MR, Liverpool Manchester Railway Centenary Celebration Pack number 57 Lion. And then, as I say, as a book sort of presentation, you've then got this cover that you can open, and inside here gives you another beautiful picture of the loco and some details. I'm not going to go into those because, as I say, I'm trying to rush this video and I don't want it to be too long so it can upload today. But it gives you all the details there about the engine, and then on this side, beautifully presented, you've got obviously the loco at the top there, the two carriages and the open carriage. Right, let's get the box open now. I'm going to try and do this very gently because I want to keep this one nice. So pull that tab out, and I've shown this before, rather than pulling on these corners and tearing them up, if you just slide a metal rule, it could even be a plastic rule in there, I guess, and just tease the corner. It's just, there it goes. And this side the same. And just lift the corner out, and yeah, it saves tearing up these boxes. Right, let's slide it out and see what we've got in here. So before we get started, there's the instructions. So on here, usual things, maintenance, running hints. We've got oil positions, how to put the figures, because there are some figures that come with this. I'll show you those in a minute. Same with the coal insert, and here fitting the decoder. Quite surprised for such a small engine, it still can fit a decoder in there. 18-pin decoder should you wish to do that, run it digitally. Okay, and then the usual bits on the back here, safety notes, be over 14, don't let kids play with it, all that kind of thing. So let's have a look inside. Now, obviously you've got this front cover here with these indents in, which is quite nice, keeps it all nice and safe. And the whole thing's presented in this sort of foam block, which is quite nice, keeps it all, together. Very, very nice packaging. you know, from Hornby. I think this is you know, great. Right, I'm going to try and get these packets out. Having said the packaging's so good, I can't get my fingers in to get the packets out. Let me just grab some. Right, let's try that again. So, having said the packaging's so good, when these are pushed in there, my fingers are too fat to get in and get them out. Anyway, the first of the figures, got the fireman there. You can see him holding the shovel. I'm not going to take these out of the bags. What's this one? Let's pull that one out. And that looks like the driver. Very, very nice figures, actually. Yeah, very well done. I'm hoping these are coming out on the camera. If not, I'll take some photos and put them in when I edit. And then over here, we got our coupling between the carriages and the loco. Right, let's pull the Lion out first and have a look at it. Now, how do we get this out without damaging anything? That's the question. Right, I'm going to lift it out using, look, that's the way. Just pull it out with the polythene. Perfect. What a beautiful engine. That's so well finished. That's stunning. Like I say, I couldn't justify £260 for it, but yeah, for £120, that's yeah, Hornby's done a fantastic job with it. So there's an awful lot of videos online reviewing this loco, so I won't go too deep into it, but you can see the sort of finishing on there. Really, really nicely done. Lots of detail on there. We'll take this over and I'll do some close-up shots of it in a minute. Then these are the carriages. These are, you know, obviously these were first released in the Rocket set. Just trying to see if I can get hold of the polythene. Now, having said the packaging's really good, I am struggling to lift these out without causing any damage. Oh, yeah. Let's try and push it from the other side. Oh, there we go. So yeah, there is actually a hole in the box so you can get them out. So these are very nicely printed. Again, lots of detail. Very light, but you know, the engine itself. Oh, the engine itself does have a little bit of weight behind it. I'm guessing this is something in here is metal, because it does have a fair bit of weight. Look at the detail I've just noticed underneath. Look at the detailing on the engine underneath. Lovely. Okay, the second carriage, obviously this is a duplicate of the first one. There we go. So those are the two Liverpool Manchester Railway carriages. And then finally the open wagon. Slide this out. Lovely. Okay, let's take these over to the track and let's line up the loco and see what it looks like. Now, because of my rush to get this out today, I've not done any of my own research on this, so very lazily I'm just going to read a couple of lines from the box as we look at the loco. So the Liverpool Manchester Railway locomotive number 57 Lion was built by Todd Kitson and Laird at their Leeds works in 1837. Line continued in service till 1857 and was eventually sold in 1859 to the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board to be used on their internal railway. So 15 years later it was still in the docks being used as a pump, and in 1928 it was replaced by an electric pump. It was at this time that the Liverpool Engineering Society became aware of its existence. Lion was rebuilt at the Crew Works, with various bits being added in. I'm just skimming over this. New chimney, wheels, splashers, footplate, various other bits and pieces. And in 1930 the newly refurbished Lion became the star attraction of the Liverpool Manchester Railway Centenary exhibition. So just my thoughts on the model of the engine. So superficially, if you look from a distance, it does look quite plasticky. However, you get into the detail, the wood planking on the boiler, I mean, it's just so well printed, and the sides of the firebox look brilliant. The application of the gold paint, really, really well done. And then you've got this sort of contrast of colours of the boat, of the frames, and obviously the splash guards and the wheels. As a whole, it looks, well, I'm chuffed to bits with it. I think it's fantastic. The detailing is amazing. You've obviously got the step-ups to get into the cab, and all of the the fixtures on the boiler there, the regulator, and various other controls there that are really held in high detail. Then we come on to the coaches. Obviously the connection between the coaches are these sort of rigid chains. Now I will say, with my eyesight, this was an absolute nightmare put on the track, hence why I've only been filming this in one direction, because I'm not going to turn it around, so it took me ages to hook these together. My criticism to Hornby is you give me 3 sets of chains, exactly what I need, but these are really tiny and fiddly. It'd be so easy to lose one of these, and that'd be very frustrating. So it probably wouldn't have hurt to put a couple of extras in there just as spares to help the user out. The carriages, as with the Rocket, you know, these are the same carriages that came with the Rocket. The exquisite detail on there, absolutely fantastic. Really pleased with all of them. And finally, just to say, the train pack itself with the carriages on there really does look the part when it's on the railway. I'm very pleased with it. Right, I don't intend to do too much filming of this running, so let's just do some slow speed movement, see how it moves. Now I've got my H&M controller set to half power, and you can see I've got quite a nice control over the model. Let's go forward again. A little bit of slippage there on the wheels though. That may be dirt on my track. Yeah, beautiful. So I'm just going to do a few shots of it running around the railway, not too much, and as I say, it's only all going to be in one direction, which I'm just not going to try and put this back on again. It took me ages to try and get this on here, and even longer to try and get the characters or the driver and fireman inside the train. My eyesight's not as good as it should be, and yeah, I ended up getting my daughter to come in and hook these up for me. So yeah, there we go. Well, what a stunning loco, I hope you'll agree. Beautiful with the train pack, with the carriages, and it's a fantastic runner. I've had it running around the layout now for half an hour, not even skipped a heartbeat. It's absolutely perfect, no problems to cross any of the points, and as you know, my track's not perfect and it's handled it all very well. Motor's a little bit noisy, but that's not too much of a problem. Now, £240, could I justify it? I'm still not sure. I could justify £240, but as I say, Black Friday sale, this is down to £129, plus you get your points on there. So this is going to finish on the 27th, it's 26th today, so if you do want one of these, and you know, I highly recommend it, especially at that price. Yeah, you're going to have to be quick, and I'm going to rush now to get this edited and get it up on the channel, just in case anybody hasn't seen this. And to Hornby, what a fantastic loco, so well presented, really pleased with it. It's a lovely thing to own. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and yeah, if you have a look at my channel, I've got various videos on model railways and all kinds of things, days out and everything that interests me. So yeah, if you can subscribe, I'll be really grateful. And with that, we'll leave it there. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.